Sorry, guys. All my stuff is totally flip-flopped, like on another level. And my mom fell and she has to get surgery tomorrow, and I'm terrified. So, sorry. It's like the one time that I actually have an excuse. She fractured her hip. Crazy lady. Donna. I love her. Sean, why don't they teach us? Nobody warns you that your parents run away when they get dementia, you know? Sorry. I can't tell if my TMJ is just really bad and my ears are kind of muffled, or if the audio's muffled. So I haven't slept, okay? Like literally have, and I'm not bitching. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I don't do well on no sleep. Yeah, I get pretty loopy. I'll die on that hill. Audio's good. Okay, cool. For sure. Look at these nails. A hot mess. So how did you want to start this one, Tori? Sound it out. Dude, Andrew's killing it right now. I also had that playing in the background. Is he still live? I was playing in the background like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, this is funny. It's killing it. I was like, should we react to that? I know we have a thermodynamic video, but if you're new here, I love thermodynamics. Reframe it, bitch. I love it so much that I just want to save it until tomorrow. You know? But I'm also stubborn, and I don't like to not do what I'm gonna do, or what I said I was gonna do. I had a few videos, honestly, when in doubt. We'll start it. I don't know if I'll be able to focus, though, if I'm being honest. There's math involved. Why are we doing that, Tori? Why are you forcing us to do thermodynamics with you? Because we have a parasocial relationship, and I'm not doing it alone, okay? And I have to. I wrote a book. It's not done. It was done, but now we're adding something, and that area is quantum. Okay, so we kind of have to learn everything before the 31st. Okay, I promised myself I would finish this by 30. I'm gonna be like in the club, just like, I mean, my sister's helping me edit it. She's better at grammar, but anyways, so we've been doing some cosmological universe Schrodinger where reactions, I guess. It's like, what does all this mean? During my research for this area, I was under the impression that I was just traumatized from thermodynamics, that my brain was just spitting it out. And then one day turned into 2 days, and I was like, we're gonna have to do thermodynamics. I feel like something's there. Lo and behold, it's absolutely there, and it would be really bad if we didn't do it. And sometimes I think it's bad if you like, how many days straight have I been bitching about thermo? Like a hot minute. And it's like, why don't we just reframe that? Okay, we love thermodynamics, heat transfer, fun, entropy, fun. When I was in college and I took thermodynamics, it did not make sense to me. Okay. But something inside of me was like, I don't know, you need the second law of thermodynamics. Want to know what's annoying about thermodynamics too, while we're on the subject? Tori, or being positive. No, it's annoying. Whenever there's laws for something, you got one, two, three. Not with thermo, zeros. Zero, one. It makes sense. It's coherent, makes total sense. I just don't like it. I don't like zero, one, two. A girl changing her mind? That never happens. Easy. Easy. So, I guess what I'll say is, did I really say why the quantum part's important? So I wrote a book on determinism. We're in the debate space. One of the greatest skills, in my opinion, or one of my most useful skills that I recommend all of you 17-year-olds to partake in, is debate or some sort of like debate team, whatever. So you can learn how to write out arguments strategically. And so when I was like 21 years old and I realized we don't have free will and that it's really important that we spread that message. More on that later. Okay, more on that later. I realized that the best way to do it is everything is a narrative when you involve other people, whether it's one person, whether it's more than one. Everything you convey to another human is in the form of a story, a narrative. Talked about this with Jordan Peterson, whatever. Love him. But this isn't about him. This is my show. Just kidding. But I found that I was, I was 21, which is like pretty young to be like, we don't have free will. Not as young as supposed to be. I was like, I don't think we do, but I didn't have the words for like free will prior to like 14. So anyways, this audio sounds like shit in my headphones. So spam the chat with twos if it's bad. So I was really driven to get this message out, especially in regards to like mental health. I feel like we're locking people up that should be in hospitals. Determinism would fix this. Nerd. Insert nerd shit. And I would be met with absolute vitriol, if I don't say so myself. There's a crazy. You're loud. And if you operate under this framework, you go through a period of like hating everybody. No offense. Love y'all. But like, I would read comments. The comments would trigger me, not even on my own videos, just whatever the social issue was. I'm like, fucking idiots. Probably projecting too, honestly. But I was like, how the hell are we going to adopt this framework if people are so tied to free will? If people are at this level and it's 2024, 25, I don't know what year we're in. It'd be like older people commenting. I was like, we're fucking doomed. Okay. You've probably gone through this in your life. It doesn't have to be because of determinism, It could just be because society be dumb sometimes. I don't know. but I would like want to share these ideas, but just contention. And so when I came across Robert Sapolsky's stuff, it was the first time that he put the most coherent language of all these frameworks I was like seeing. Integration. I'm just kidding. Imagination. It was like he was able to lay it out and point out things like, oh, people get really tied to this idea. This is when people get mad about free will in particular, whatever. And that was the first time I heard anybody articulate uh, these concepts like that. Because when you come from a debate background or any philosophy, whatever, excuse me, the way, I mean, the school system, they build it up, right? Little details makes the big framework. I don't think that way. But I have to operate that way in the world. However, I have the debate background. So, it's like, I kind of get it. I can do it, obviously, but it wasn't, I was like, there's something missing in it, and I don't know what it is. Robert Sapolsky, I feel like was, personally, I feel like he was probably people are going to say Sam Harris. You're either Robert Sapolsky, number one. You can like both of them, but you're either Robert Sapolsky or Sam Harris, free will, whatever. Is there an in-between? Sure. But do you guys agree with me? Any determinists in here? I feel like that's how it's split up in this very niche area. Sapolsky is way better than Sam Harris. Yeah. Well, it's preference. It's preference, honestly. I think Robert Sapolsky is hands down the best communicator, educator, teacher, Stanford professor. I've never seen somebody give lectures like that. I mean, it's like a privilege to be able to even access that type of content on YouTube. He never says, and he's fucking funny, okay? I don't find a lot of people funny because I've gone through way too much shit, honestly. It's got to be like pretty dry or like pretty dark. And I feel like he's hilarious. How would you describe his humor? Somebody describe that for me, because I think he could do stand-up, honestly. But that's not what we're talking about. Get it together. Please like the video. I need it so desperately. I'm desperate. Okay, my mom's got to get surgery tomorrow. I'm going to pull that card. She's queen, okay? Moving on. Okay. Love you. Thank you. So, philosophy, determinism, soft determinism, indeterminacy. We have free will, whatever. Where was I going? I don't know. Did I do the sleepy time tea? Shit's about to get weird. Strap in. So anyways, philosophy, details, big framework, organization, whatever. If you've ever looked at the philosophy map, I don't know if we might have looked at it once on this channel. It's very overwhelming. Think of like the city of Chicago on a map, but just philosophy. all of the philosophy branches, whatever. Determinism was something that was like a little bit different. And for a while, I was like, I can't tell if I just suck at communicating. I mean, I did think I was like, I must suck at communicating. It's okay. Okay, we'll get better, right? And there's like a shift in worldview if you operate under determinism that differs like greatly compared to other frameworks. Think like deontology, Christian ethics, all of those moral frameworks, whatever. Determinism is so, how would you describe that? It's like Christian ethics, you're in a situation, would you tell a lie to save somebody, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, well, the Bible or blah, 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 whatever. It's like obvious. I'm so bad right now. I'm so sorry. But with determinism, I don't know. It was like the first framework where it zoomed everything out and I could comfortably sit at the top. No, it is at the top, overlooking all of the other frameworks. So the point is like, if you're into this type of content, debate content, philosophy, you're going to come across determinists. Hi, welcome. And it's going to confuse you for a moment. It confused me too. I mean, it's like, because it has this shift, I don't know how I would articulate it. You pick up on it, that in like debate spaces in particular, when you talk about free will, listen, I've been an adult babysitter, bartender, high liquid chef, all across the US, Las Vegas, Chicago, Scottsdale, blah, 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 whatever. I have seen all different types of people, foreigners, blah, 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 at all times of their 21, 104, baby. I've seen adults do crazy shit, all this shit, getting in fights, women beating on each other and shit. But I have the amount of vitriol that I have received, which it's not a big deal, but the vitriol I have received from not believing in free will on some panel is so much greater than somebody at a bar getting in fights. Did I land that? I don't even know. I gotta find a charger. Like, I am talking mostly male panels. I thought certainly if it was in person, I would be like ready to like fight, like fucking angry people. I was like, why are people so tied to this concept? Like I said earlier, Robert Sapolsky laid it out, blah, 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 blah. He really is. It's okay to, I don't have a problem with it. Just all of my professors were so hard to listen to sometimes. Sounds so funny. Whether it's, dude, I never signed up for classes early. I would always, if you know, you know. I don't even feel like I have to say it. I'm just like, I actually have no idea what they are saying. Like what? Like, are they speaking English? I don't know. The worst. Camel. Actually, I think it is, but it's not labeled that. It's just sleepy time. Close enough. It must trigger some existential crisis in people. Well, so there's It's almost like determinism skips. Dude, do I have a lisp today? Probably, honestly. Let me know if this is. It just sounds so muffly to me. I want that good shit. La la la. Fuck. Maybe it's just me. Well, it is, obviously. Anyways, if you've all tuned in this far, I love you, okay? I'm exhausted. But this is where I have the most fun, okay? A zebra only gets stressed if a lion is chasing it. Humans will get stressed imagining taxes we haven't paid 5 years from now while sitting on the couch eating ice cream. Humans. I realized I had like a moment of clarity while I was at the hospital or whatever. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do an episode on the nomadic pastoralists like 6 months ago. I was like, oh, fuck. I hate that. I hate when you, how did I forget that long? That's fine. We're going to do an episode. Knocking on wood. We're going to do an episode on the nomadic pastoralists. I have a lisp, don't I? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. But what do you call it? I was listening to Andrew doing a debate with like, I actually don't know who. I forget the name. Not that long ago, like literally when I started this. And I was like, it's what reminded me. Well, earlier today, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that. But then this, I was like, oh, what a causal chain that is. It's linked. but I was like, oh shit, that would actually be a really interesting episode. It's like, what the hell is a pastoralist? Okay. And like without getting too off topic. No, we're going to get off topic. There's like 3 types of humans, arguably. If you're into Ken Wilber's integral theory and concepts like, why can't we just get rid of religion when we integrate people? Shit like that. Like, Tori, what? Hang on. Hold on. There's like 3 types of humans from like our history. Obviously there's more, but fuck with me for a moment, okay? You got 3. You got the 1, culture of honor. These are your herd livestock, farmers. And the culture of honor, the one like these folks, they'll fuck you up and take your crops. They'll fuck you up and take your livestock, whatever, blah, 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 like with force, violence, baby. Then you have another group, and these are the ones that lived in like the Middle East, like parts of Asia, desert areas. And I forget what they're called, but they're the ones that believed in like a monotheistic God. So just one. Makes sense. There's not that much going on. You'll understand when I get to my 3rd one. Okay. And then the 3rd one is like rainforest, tropical rainforest tribes that believed in polytheistic gods, so more than one. Makes sense. There's a lot of things going on in the rainforest. There's the god of this. There's the one of that. Sorry. And when they come together, these are like the top 3. you can look back on history and understand why we are all not integrated or following the same trajectory. You got one that's like violent as hell. I'm not judging, I'm just saying violent. That if you grew up, like if your genes stem back to a pastoralist, you have the culture of honor thing where it's like you deeply need this to be this way, and you will do things with violence. Summon it up, okay? But then you have the other ones that are like just vibes. Okay, we're just trying to help everybody, all gods. Hi. And then you have the other ones that are like this, and it's just like it's all spread out, different regions, but you can kind of see, like if you look at the Middle East, for instance, and they have more so like the pastoralists, they were more over there. I haven't slept. It makes sense why there's so much war. It makes sense why they will fight more often, like use violence, kill people, if you will. Great people, okay? We've all fought wars, okay? But I'm just saying, okay? And then you have like where would you guys say like polytheistic? I said rainforest, but like Asia. So you have one part of Asia that's more pastoralist, and then you have the other one that's like polytheistic. It's a big world, y'all. It's a big world. If everyone, angle of elevation, if everyone agreed, life would be super boring. Or just really advanced. No? I guess it's fun, right? It's difficult when it's like, why can't we just integrate everybody already? And it's like, I want you to remember, it's because of those 3 types of tribes, okay? Not my best execution, but it was already predetermined. Sorry. The script is ended. Hi, Joker. Joker! I like how Nietzsche views human agency as this struggle against internal and external forces, only achieved through self-overcoming and mastery of the will to power. Yeah. You guys know that religion, in particular, specifically, I don't know why this reminded me of this, and this also ties into what I was saying before, but I forgot. But tribes become religious historically when there's less access to resources. And you're like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, does it? You know, I feel like we're kind of taught that people like created these religions seemingly out of nowhere. It was just the way of life. But it's like, no, it comes when resources are scarce. Don't get mad at me, okay? I just report it. Hi, James. Hello. There are fire forests, pine trees, reproduced by fire. Why sap is flammable? My dad used to always yell at me for parking my Buick Century 1999, baby. Burgundy, inside and out. I bought 2 of them. Same one. I used to park under this tree. My dad's like, you're going to get sap all over the car. Okay. Get it off, Dad. I think you have to buff it out, don't you? Doesn't it ruin the paint and shit? I don't know. Thanks for wearing my favorite color, blue. It was predetermined. Melanie says, yep, our natural inclination for superstition is enough to explain religion. Religion as a cultural force took place when it became institutionalized. Yeah. There was something I wanted to add to that, but I just blanked out. The sleepy time tea is no joke, y'all. I'm telling you, it's like staying up on Benadryl. It's like, fuck. Religion exists to save a percentage of people from losing hope and having a reason to go on. Yeah. I mean, that's what they say. And I think humans are hilarious. I think we're so cute. We do like weird stuff. We like put on our little outfits with our little papers detailing all of our skills to give to somebody in hopes that they like our skills. Hire us. What else do humans do that's cute? They love animals. They love their prey. Sleep with them. What else do they do? They say no, don't say that. No, what do they do? It's just like they do a bunch of cute shit. Like if you were an alien and you're witnessing humans for the first time, we're kind of cute. It's like, oh, look at them congregating with their little hats. Cute. And their big jobs. Also important for allowing oak, sapling to compete with other trees. But again, too much fire is bad for the older oaks. Speaking of fire, I feel like we have to talk about the California fires. Oh. It's like, do I have a unibrow? Oops. Why are we blaming the fish? I'm reading the comments. I'm like, okay, leave the fish alone. That's the number one thing you protect. It's stressing me out, y'all. It's stressing me out. It's like, the mayor should have done this. Yeah, no shit. I love my Californians. They're like the nicest people in the world. Literally the nicest people. And they love their health stuff. And I just feel like, I don't know, California's been sick for a minute, right? It's like, I feel like that fire's going to happen. With or without water. But everybody's like, wow, they're protecting this little smelt fish. Wow, they care more about that fish. Because we're never going to be caught saying dumb shit like that in the comments. Okay. We ride at dawn. Out of all the multiple factors going on in this fire, you don't touch that fucking fish. Okay. I don't care what you do with anything else. Don't touch the fish. Not because I'm like, oh, the animals. Like, there's that. But no. California's water supply, first of all, is really bad. We know this, obviously. I don't think it's ever been clear. But because of the wildfires happening, there was just a recent one like a year ago. No, they happen. It's California. It happens often, but not being able to clean up the bush, whatever, the air quality, or I'm sorry, that and the water quality gets worse because the animals end up dying. Okay, in the water. Hold on, not that fish. The other wildlife in the water that is necessary for this ecosystem to run. Like it really fucks up the entire. When you fuck up the ecosystem, it's not if you're gonna collapse, it's just when. TikTok. So what you can do is you can preserve certain things. The smelt fish is not the same fish that most people are thinking of. This is a very important fucking fish. Don't touch the smelt. Okay. It is absolutely necessary if you want clean water to have that fish. So if Trump starts talking about the fish, yell at him. Please. We need that fish because you save that fish and you save the ecosystem. And that's how you get the water and all the animals. It's like, no, we need that water more. Why? Because y'all can't fucking put water in your hydrants. I mean, I don't know. Canadians, come and get our fish. Okay, they're gonna take it over. Protect it. We need it. It's been stressing me out. I read the comments and I'm like, why you guys gotta blame everybody and now you're blaming the fish? You're blaming the fish. Hate it here. Speaking of water and whatever, how's Lake Mead doing? Like in Las Vegas. They didn't have water, but didn't it fill back up? Don't they have a direct thing? No, we need this fish. Okay. Wait. Ah! Water is over. James. You were born in what part of California, if you don't mind me asking? Now you're in Florida. I met a lot of Californians that moved to Vegas. It's low-key like LA, but better. Cheaper. A lot of them move. A lot of people went to Texas too, actually. Do you like it in Florida? I don't know. I think California gets a bad rep. I do. I think it gets a bad rep. Granted, there's absolute vanity, don't get me wrong, but that's actually in a lot. It's in every city. They're just really upfront about it. It's like one area. But genuinely, shit's overpriced, don't get me wrong, but like they also don't have water. They're like on the beach and shit. But like I like California. You can actually get more than one restaurant option that's vegan. I'm not a vegan. I was, but you can get like healthier options. I feel like any other city, it's hit or miss. I visited San Diego, La Jolla. That was a nice city. That was a clean city. The real tragedy is that animals can't migrate away easily because of the amount of development in the canyons. Did you guys see the firefighters that were, well, obviously, there were firefighters literally hauling the hose. I was like, wait, what's the like literally rock climbing through these canyons. No, they were hills. I don't know. Whatever you call it. Different thing. But still, I was like, damn, uphill and shit. Me next. Carry me. Just to like get into the valleys. Bye. Because there's a little brush, starts fires there. So they were like sending them out there. I was like, whoa, that's hard work. I hate walking upstairs. Some say global warming caused the fire. I say people cause fires. You know, I was talking about this with somebody. I remember seeing a video right before that fire of some fortune teller lady, astrology or something that's like the ones that predict shit. Okay, I don't mean to kill the vibes. I feel like determinists are buzzkills, not gonna lie. But you know, people are so gullible sometimes, and she said something like, we're going to have a um grid, what's it called when grid collapses in California. I was like, girl, you heard gossip from somebody that was about to go start the power lines on fire, and now you're leaking it. I wish I saved it. I'm curious if it's still up. Late stage capitalism. Let's say it was people that started the fires, which probably, I mean, that fire was insane. The way that it started out like that, it was like unnatural. Yeah, I'll I'll believe it. Why do you think a bunch of people would do that? Is it because they're obsessed with fire and they love to watch things burn? Do you think it was giving Luigi vibes? What are the vibes? What do you think? Do you think it was hatred for the wealthy? For those that don't know, if you're international, the fires when they first broke out, sorry if you heard my stomach crawl. When they first broke out, I believe it was like Malibu homes, which nobody buys real estate there unless you're like fuck you rich, just because it's such a, well, it's expensive, and they're most likely to get wildfires or some shit. And they're also most likely to not have the fire department. Risky. I was like, I don't know. Sandwich Chef says, well, basically, if you look at the history of LA, it was the fishing grounds for these indigenous people who used to leave every fire season, and they would just burn the crap out of it too. Are you talking about like Burning Man? Wait. Well, basically, if you look at the history of LA has been, I mean, this was just like the cherry on top. If you live under a rock and you're American, okay, they haven't had like a police force in a minute. And what I mean by that is they've like, what did they do? They decriminalized something, didn't they? I don't know, something like looting or stealing wasn't illegal anymore. So people just started fucking stealing businesses, lighting. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Hungry. Lighting trash cans on fire, and you would try to get through to like 911, and it's just like, we're sorry. The number you completed. Wait, what did she say? We're sorry. That phone number cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. It's like sick. Like you could not. They were understaffed, but I mean, California's been going through some shit. California's been going through some shit. Yeah. Exactly what I'm talking about was basically just back burning, but as soon as the white people moved in for the oil, cost more to rebuild and resell than to simply sell on already built homes. Tim Dillon thinks that the homeless who started the fires are actually terrorists who crossed the border illegally, trained by enemy governments. Why why do humans do that? I feel like we always go to like a fear response. Really? Terrorists? Uh, okay. Come to think of it. Just kidding. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yes, bring down the real estate price, Torshaa Smart City. Did I say that? Oh, because I was like, burn it down? Wait. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like over the way we do things in America. Anybody else? I feel like, you know what book I need to get? I found the book. You know how I've been wanting to do a series on that history book that Russia, I think I used to say it was either Russia or Germany. It's Germany. And the history book is all about American propaganda, present day. Obviously, the history of it, but like how it's still used today. And so they use it. It's like an entire, I don't know if they do quarters or what it is, but it's crazy, crazy, y'all. Sometimes I open up TikTok and I'm just like, with love, respect, peace, I love you. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, I understand Americans are under absolute stress. How we live here is not normal anywhere else. Just like to be clear, if maybe you haven't traveled or whatever, it's like we're always on edge. We don't stop work. You have to have like 2 to 3 jobs just to. How many jobs do y'all have? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. If you live in America, it's like you're late on rent for 1 day and you're evicted. Like we don't live normally here. And so when I open up TikTok, I'm just like, why are my brothers and sisters so brainwashed to think that like this is normal? This is not normal, y'all. Like I'm just like, I don't mean it to sound pretentious, but I'm like entertain yourself for like a sitting and just pick a country and just like look up what they warn their people about when they're traveling overseas in America. This book though, There's a girl on TikTok that breaks down the book I was talking about. I had been saying I wanted to do this series forever. Y'all, she covered some parts of it, and it was like breaking down all of the fear tactics they use in order to keep Americans doing doing it this way. Or like how there was one section where it's like Americans have been brainwashed to believe that universal health care is communism. Um, and it show like, what do you call it, like a TV, like an like commercial propaganda or whatever, and the subliminal messages, dude, they're wild. They're wild. Now, I have an audience from like age 17 to 60. I'm sure our mature friends know this shit, okay? But the only way to get out of the rat race and this fear shit is one of two ways. Do what I told you, look up other places and their perspective on America, and like really look at it. Like the propaganda history book is like a comprehensive thing, right? What was going to be my second thing? How else can you get out of the rat race? Be Gen Z and be so unserious. I love Gen Z. I feel like they get way too much hate. I love Gen Z so much. Have you guys been seeing this shit about the TikTok? People be saying Gen Z is lazy. They do X, Y, and Z. They don't want to work. Okay, Karen, you and your fucking soft skills typing during working hours. Humans. Fucking humans. Wait, what did I say right before? Gen Z. They don't want to work. They don't want to do this or that. They have too many servants, ChatGPT, whatever. I'm like, I thought millennials were hard to market to, and they were. But when you have a generation of people that are so fucking unserious, I love this word, that Trump's like, we're going to ban TikTok. We're actually going to ban it. And the entire TikTok, which everybody thinks it's by their own volition, they're going onto this fucking Chinese app and giving them their data. They're like, you're taking away TikTok? We're going to go over here. It's funny, but it's like either we are so brainwashed that brainwashed is probably a bad word. It's like all of TikTok right now thinks that they're fighting back and being unserious, and they are. I think it's funny, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, they've had your data, okay? For all you know, somebody could have started a trend on this app and it just appeared like people were moving over to it, and then everybody, you know what I mean? It's like we're so easily manipulated at the same time. But I love it. Gen Z is learning Mandarin, and I'm here for it. Okay? People call them lazy. Do you know Mandarin? Because I don't. I don't know. Millennials, it's like easy to brainwash. Or, I'm sorry. Millennials were difficult to sell to. But now you have a generation like Gen Z that operates like that. You're screwed. Something's got to change. I don't think you can. I don't know. I like Gen Z. They're more environmentally cautious. I think they're intelligent. Okay. I like them. They care about the planet. They spend money, but they're also more likely to use secondhand stores, according to Pew Research. Thank you. But I don't think you can fuck around with this whole this whole you guys know I don't know shit about capitalism, but like capitalism shit. I think they're just gonna move, honestly. And then what? I don't know. There's a fascinating book you should read about the history of Los Angeles. It's called City of Quartz. It would probably really put things into perspective for you on this topic. On LA? Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll read it. I read like 8 books at a time, yo. Can't stay focused. Oh my god, I'm so behind. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. Skynet. We had capitalism before we even. Guys, I'm just saying. I feel like we're killing people. I don't know, Sean. What do you think about Sean? I want to get your thoughts on. I feel like we've definitely hashed this out many times, but you always give good insight. What do you think is the best way to like do you think that the way we do healthcare in this country is good? Because I don't feel like it is. No, it's beyond that. It has gone past that threshold of it even being worth it at this point. Like doing it the way that we do it. It's like, well, Canada, there's so many wait times. And I was like, there's so many wait times here. Hello? Why do you think everybody's going to the fucking urgent care when they shouldn't? They should go to a PCP? I was like, wait. Prime. I think it was millennials. Who's right before millennials? Like the half? I say half of them. Millennials and then Gen Z. And we don't go to primary care doctors. I wonder why, because it takes 3 months. I don't even know what my day is tomorrow. Okay? I can't breathe. It's like, I don't think it's like either you have insurance and insurance just keeps denying you to get your wisdom teeth that are killing you out that was approved. I don't like it. I don't like it. For what? So that we can have that maybe extra ability to make more money. I don't know. It confuses me. I feel like the richest people I know live overseas. So. And they're like calm. You know what I mean? Like they like moms. They like families. We're just like work. It's like, this isn't fun anymore. I mean, I'm having fun, but I don't like, I had like firsthand into seeing what the insurance companies, if you have like public aid, what they do, how they fuck around with people that maybe don't speak English, lower income. They bank on them. They were trying to do it to me. I don't like it. No, no, baby. I've been keeping absolute records. I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't like when people, you know what I mean? I don't like when people fuck with the underdog in general. But it's like, is universal healthcare that? I feel like health is a fundamental right. And it's like, well, where are you going to get the money? You know what? They got enough of it. Okay. They got an. Look at California. I wonder how much money went to Ukraine. Don't worry. I don't know shit about this talk. But you know what I mean? We spend so much money on military. No. Stop. Ew. Like, why are we everything for everybody but nothing for ourselves? You call this liberty and freedom? Dude, that I feel like it's rigged. It's rigged. And I like hierarchies. You know, I like exploiting the best. But I don't know about this insurance thing. It's just, Sean, when you explain the managerial stuff and how in order to fix the problem, it would involve people having an incentive in order to actually fix it, but because they're going to not live it through, you know what I mean? Like Sean talks about this whole thing on how to fix the system, the managerial system. The problem is that it's going to take, I'm just throwing out a number, like 40 plus years. And so people are selfish, and selfish people don't really give a fuck about fixing the future. They want to fix the now. And so it's like like almost cyclic of just, we'll leave it to him. I don't like working on a system that is like the Boeing 737. Like, we have doors coming off. Okay. We lost 4. How many things are we going to remove one by one when it's like, I'm bitching. I'm bitching. Good question, because it's kickbacks to politicians. Don't get me started on the middleman. The middlemans. Separate, though. It's like, you want to know where, like, people always talk about the politicians and this and that, and they're just taking my, no, you want to know who's actually the problem in one system in particular? I don't know shit about anything, but I feel like it's the, like, if we talk about big pharma, for instance, you got the guy who gets the drugs and sells it to these people that sell it to them. But like that first one, those are the real thieves. And they're in every system. Can we get rid of them? I don't like it. I don't like it. But how are they supposed to make profits with 10 times the safety regulations as your average car? Hello. You're in LA right now? Oh my God. Are you safe? You don't have that money for Ukraine or Israel. I don't think we've ever had the money, honestly. After the gold standard, nope. Until we fix that, which is my favorite topic. You know it is. We're not fixing anything. Wait, okay. You know how I love how this video is supposed to be on fucking thermodynamics. Gear switch, baby. I I love when I'll make videos on determinism and then it feels as though I feel like the message is getting across to people. And when I say determinism, it's like a causal chain, systems. Just fuck with me for a moment. I opened up TikTok after I made like some video, and it was this guy that's like, I'm gonna figure out why the fuck we're so poor in America or something. We're gonna track it from the timeline and all different things. I was like, this is giving determinism, and I love it. Okay, we're trying to actually solve the problem. I feel like we're all just, oh, we don't know what the issue. We absolutely can trace it. And literally, he was looking at all the graphs, and it was like when the gold standard. It was like, he's like, yeah, started there, and it's been going down ever since. And it's like, I feel like somebody hears me in these webs of causality. You could have socialized healthcare, but your nation is even more captured by corporations than Canada is. They should work for us. Okay. You work for the people. Okay? I don't want to work for you anymore. Or I'm going to want something else. Okay? If I'm going to lose my mind before 30, at least pay for something, you know? Make yourself useful. I'm safe. Fires don't reach the hood unless they riot. Oh. Eventually, something will have to give. Yeah, my left arm. And even then, I wouldn't get disability. I guarantee it. Vagged. I just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, is anyone having fun? I $20. Actually, $100. America has the most disease, like mental illness. You should be careful when I say that. I bet you Americans are probably the most stressed in terms of like a first world countries. Okay. I feel like Americans, you know how I don't believe in free will, and I think people are like a little delulu. I love you. Most people believe in free will. It's like, fine, I can operate on your system. But what I can't operate on is this idea that Americans have freedom. I feel like that's what they want you to think. I feel like if I move to Italy tomorrow, they got me, you know? I don't feel the same way here. I think that's fucked up. I feel like actually that would be a good series to watch a bunch of people that that lived in America and left and what they think of it. I mean, if I could live anywhere, mm, I probably would have said Sweden, but maybe not so much. I think Sweden has a really good, I don't know it that well, but I think they have a pretty good system for how they do healthcare. I watched a video on it and it was like based on your income, but in terms of like immigration, for instance, it's like they would take people who would be, it's almost like your salaries are pooled. Like, you know, when you bartend and bartenders pool their tips, it's like that. So if like an immigrant's coming in and they're gonna work like an entry level job or whatever, they can only let in a certain amount before it starts to tip this scale. And the scale was like Swedish residents that make like $40,000. I don't know, whatever. They have a entry level job that's like paying 20 grand or something. It's like they can let in a couple, but if that scale goes off, it's like that's the line. That to me is like self-correcting. That sounds like a good system. I wonder what could go wrong. And it's like I feel like that's such an American thing to think. We're miserable. Just me. I'm projecting. Italy is protected. Interesting topic. Hello. Italy is protected by the UN, which we fund most of. So, and who's getting the better deal? What do we get by funding them? Power? They're winning. We're losing. I don't like it. Take us all out. We need to get some respect on our name. I'm just kidding. Ask the State Department. I just I just don't trust I don't trust the way we do it. Like, why can't we do it like the Netherlands, who have like five very intelligent, you know, you got, I think it's the Netherlands. It's like you have all of these well-educated, um, well-educated leaders trying to do the best thing that isn't for profit. Like, I feel like the profit part is, ugh, I don't understand shit about stocks though, and I know that's important. I think we should at least get Sundays off. Something. This is bullshit. They bear guys, in the Netherlands, it was like most people worked part-time. Wake up. Isn't the Netherlands like the richest per capita? They can't fire you. Can we just like take a moment? I work for YouTube, right? But think about that for a moment. It's like it's like you're on, you have like not a gag order, like a chokehold on you to make sure you go to work or else whatever. It's like everywhere else they barely work and they get Sundays off and they can afford rent and they go to the doctor, no problem. It's like, all right, I don't like it. And they work 3 hours a week. But yeah, they can't fire you. And you don't have to rush to get everything done that second. If anything, they don't like that. It's like if you're trying to be a show off, they're like, ew. I like that I like that energy. And if like we fire people, they don't even have to tell you, honestly. They say they do, but like they don't even have to fucking tell you. And it's like over there, they just switch you to a different department if they feel like they're not the best fit for you, but you don't get fired. What the fuck? I was reading about since I'm a single and childless woman who you're all my children. This is my baby fever. I was looking into what it's like to be a mom overseas, like lived in America, moved overseas. Y'all, it's they're like there's so much mom shame in America for things that are like way out of your control. It's like mom's got to bring child to daycare even though the child is sick, but in order to afford everything, we got to, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, here go your child's making us all sick. It's like they don't really have a choice. They don't have like time off or whatever. But it's like not like that overseas. Like moms will they don't go to work if their child's sick. No problem. If anything, it's frowned upon if it's the reverse. What about the children? You know, you have no kids. How did you relate? I'm living through them. I'm living through them, Adam. Be sweet, okay? Just stay mad. Nobody was forcing you. Hi, Mike. Good thing you have the wrench. Was it like wild? The firing is good or bad? I guess it's just, I mean, have you ever, like, I've never had a corporate job, so, like, I got called into the office for calling a customer, and they laughed about it. I can't say it on camera. COCKSUCKER. And they called in. They're like, just so you know, this is what they called me. I got called into the office and they were being a cocksucker. I told no lies. They're just like laughing, you know? But corporate, it's like PTO. Gotta take your, I don't know. Gen Z, fix it. Are you asking me to put you on payroll? I just like me when I'm married. I need to be getting paid to be mom, or else if I'm gonna give up everything, even though I want to, but you can't know that. Okay? I want to be getting paid. Pay me as an independent contractor, but if you think for one moment I'm not going to be getting paid for doing the womanly shit, it's like, I know what you're thinking. This fucking bitch. Guys, I'm horrible at relationships, okay? My chances of divorce are very high. I'm not getting fucked up. No. No. Guys, what am I going to do? I'm going to be old and ugly. I'm going to be out on the street. Not again. Just kidding. Are we in negotiation? Yes. Yes. I want 6 kids, though. Let's go. Relationships are impossible. Or we're the problem, James. It's okay. My future wife is likely to be Gen Z. I like them. There can only be one degenerate in this family unit, and that's me. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go cry and drink a bottle of 1942 and cry myself to sleep because I don't have a diaper to change. There's like a word I'm thinking of wow. Dude, my brain is going so slow. You mean to tell me I'm never going to get to go back to like watch cartoons, do the whole Santa thing? Fuck that. I would have a kid just to do that. Just kidding. I'll just take everybody else's kids. I'm having a great time with my niece. Okay. Okay, I'm leaving now. I don't know. Can we second guess this capitalism thing? Let me know in the comments below, like dead ass. Fight with me. I need the drama. Love you. Okay, bye.